First of all, thanks for sitting down with us. We appreciate it, and we do want to hear your side of the story. So tell us what happened. This was August 15th.
Yes. The evening of August 15th, I was at my residence, and it was probably about the 10th time I broke up with this girl. I've asked her to leave my house 50 or 60 times. I asked her that she can move in temporarily. She, behind my back, got a mailing address at my house, which made her a resident. That, in turn, gave her the right to file a PFA against me and have me kicked out of my house.
So what sparked this PFA?
She wanted to get married. She wanted me to get her a ring, and I said, there's no way possible. I said, there are a lot of red flags here. I didn't think her and I could get along.
How long had you been dating?
We were dating about 9 or 10 months.
Okay.
It wasn't a really, it was more of her complaining about me being with my kids and stuff like that. But basically, I left. I didn't want to be in any trouble. I got out. I hurried up and called my manager. I called the owner of my company, TNA, and I wanted everybody to see what my next move would be. I called my attorney, and they said, don't go back to the house. Within 14 minutes, a police officer pulled me over and said that I violated my PFA. He also said I had a suspended license, which I don't. I do have a valid license. And he found a prescription in the car, which I have a prescription for. And I said, there's no way I violated my PFA because I just left my house. He said, well, she's here. And I didn't see her, but they ended up handcuffing me, putting me in a car, and taking me to jail. So
you were not stalking her at the time?
No, she was stalking me. We finally got a surveillance camera of me leaving my Sherrington, or I should say my gated community, and then her car came just about 2 minutes after mine. So
she was following you said?
Yeah, she was supposed to be staying at my house, and she got in her car right away and followed me.
Now she's claiming you circled the coffee shop several times stalking her.
No, what happened was I went to the microtel first. The lot was full, so I knew that I wouldn't be able to check in because nobody checked out. Then I went up to Hyatt Place at Giant Eagle. That's where I was circling the parking lot. And then I went down to Starbucks. When I went into Starbucks, as I pulled in, that's when the police caught me, or when they pulled me over. I didn't circle at all. I pulled in, the police officer was there. Mm-hmm. So her report is the opposite. She said I circled the Starbucks parking lot, and that I was up at Giant Eagle as well. It just shows that she was in two places at one time. That I left first, and she was following me. Mm-hmm. For what reason? Obviously, she wanted to have me arrested because she gave me a PFA. I got out of there, and I wanted to find a hotel and talk to my attorney about how to get back in my house. And 14 minutes later, I was arrested.
Why do you think she's doing this?
Out of spite. I didn't want to marry her. She asked me for an engagement ring the week before. There were a lot of red flags in this relationship that I just knew it wouldn't work out. I wasn't ready to get married. I just went through a divorce a year before. I just finally settled custody with my kids. I was very, very excited about that, and then I basically told her I didn't want to be with her anymore. Mm-hmm. I told her.
Were you a threat to her at all?
No, she did a lot of things to try to. She tried to get me to hit her. She would do things, but I never wanted to, I didn't want it to get to that point. At one point I tried to call the police, and she took the phone from me and ran out the door. But
and that was the night of the 15th?
No, that was a week before.
So the relationship had been contentious before?
Yeah, just, I knew that she was very clingy, and she always was trying to control my life, and I didn't want that. So I told her many times I wanted out of the relationship, and when she knew that it was going to be gone, she literally asked for my car instead of driving her car. She took my car to the police station, and then she asked for permission, and then that morning I got arrested, and then literally minutes later the police pulled me over and said I violated a PFA that I just got served.
And now you can't get back into your home.
I cannot get back in my home. She keeps filing PFAs, temporary ones, which means it gives her the right to stay in my house, and I can't be at my own home. So I'm
How are you
basically
coping with
staying
this?
at a hotel somewhere. I'm all right. I had to go to work for 3 days. That was really hard to do. I just want this to be over with. I never intended on, I wanted her to leave and move on with her life, and I can move on with my life. And for whatever reason, she always wanted, she always brought up that she wanted to get married. She wanted to get married. She wanted to get married. And then it was an engagement ring. Then it was a promise ring. And I just knew I couldn't commit that to her. So I'd be honest with her and say, I can't do that.
Well, Kurt, how is this affecting you professionally?
Oh, you know what? It's just so stressful. What people think of me right now. I'm not the stalking kind of person. I don't like confrontation, so I kind of back away from it. So this is really hard for me. I spent 9 hours in the jail, and it was the lowest point in my life. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, and I was sitting there in a county jail and just thinking about why I even started dating this girl. So I can't believe she did this to me. I don't even know when I'm allowed back in my own home. Mm-hmm. So I just hope that the hearing goes okay, and then I can get back in my house and move on with my life. That's all I want. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want any trouble. I just want my life back. Mm-hmm. I don't even have that now.
I'm sure it's extremely difficult.
Have
you been hearing from any of your fans about the situation?
Well, you really find out your true friends that call and want to say they want to help you out. I've had a lot of support from my fans, but in the wrestling business, it's crazy. A lot of people with signs down there saying jailbreak, and just Kurt Angle got arrested during the pay-per-view. It's just stuff like that. Just one move that this girl made. And I tried to call the police I called the police the week before to have her taken out of my house. And they said they couldn't do anything for me. And the Moon Township police do have that report. So they knew that
So
I
you had
wanted
filed
her out.
a request to do something about this contentious relationship back then, a week before.
Yes, I did.
And they said they could not help you.
No, they didn't even. And the police officer quoted, "She beat you to the punch." And I said, why didn't you tell me to file a PFA?
When did she file a PFA against you?
The night she left, on the 15th, I guess the morning of this, would it be the 15th or the 16th? I think it was the morning of the 15th. Yeah.
She went and filed a PFA. Was there any kind of a fight that sparked her to go? She just did this.
There was no fight at all. We didn't even have an argument. There was actually, it got to the point in our relationship where we weren't even talking. It was just
you were letting her stay
living,
there, though.
Yeah, we were just living together, and we didn't really have a relationship. She was just living in my house, and I kept asking her when she was going to leave, but she never would leave, and there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't physically move her. So,
do you feel that this is an unfair situation to you?
I hope and I pray that this will teach people to be very smart about who you invite in your home and for how long and what kind of people they are. And I just hope that this helps even just one person. I hope it helps a lot of people, that they don't make the mistake of welcoming someone in your home and they end up becoming a resident by getting mail there, and then they can practically own your home and you have to pay the bills.
She's taken over your life.
She's taken over my house. She's taken over everything that I own.